This officer is an official liaison to student-initiated access programs and services, SHAPES. During the year, the outreach coordinator serves as the programming co-coordinator of KP Core, community outreach to realize empowerment with the youth empowerment coordinator. The outreach coordinator works directly with high school students in order to encourage the pursuit of higher education and to offer support for Filipino youth in, but not limited to, San Diego County. And our candidate today is Prachi.
Hi. So I want to start out my introduction by saying that high school conference is a really big part of the position, and that was a lot of the reason why I became very involved in this particular space, because I think that high school conference is very specific and very special to KP in terms of bringing together a community to help other communities within our own space. So as in, like, I felt very connected to the San Diego community after involving myself in high school conference on some level. And I would really like to go forward with this position because I truly believe in the social justice aspect of KP and what we can accomplish within our own space and beyond. Because through high school conference, I saw an example of exactly what we can achieve. Any questions?
Okay, so now it's open to 3 to 5 questions. Kimmy?
So, as you know, a big part of KP Core is empowerment, and as you can see, it's in the name. So, what is your definition of empowerment, and how do you think KP Core fits in with encouraging empowerment or facilitating that?
Empowerment means self-belief to me. It means realizing that you yourself have the potential to achieve whatever you decide to achieve. And I believe a very great part of CORE is communicating that to high school students and making them realize it within our own community of San Diego. And that is, empowerment means to try to realize that within yourself in this very difficult world we live in. Yes?
Okay. So, a lot of the other orgs, or most of the other orgs and spaces, such as BSU, K-pop, Mecha, they all have their own access programs like we do. Would you have any future plans working with them in any of your duties as an outreach coordinator?
I would like to communicate with them and to have a basic understanding within the UCSD space of what each organization would like to accomplish. But in terms of working with them on a greater level, I believe that KP has its own special vibe that it keeps it very different from the other organizations. So I would like to keep communication lines open, and I would not be opposed to trying to put an event together with them, but I would like to keep the coordination of these programs to the KP space.
Abby?
So outreach coordinator isn't just limited to high school conference, but instead we also have Morris High School. And so how do you see your position within CORE after high school conference? Like, what do you expect?
I expect to be involved with the regular activities that CORE puts in place and goes to Morris High School to implement. But I expect to be a part of organizing CORE on some level, but not as involved as CORE. Yeah.
What I mean is, what would you add to the program within Morris, that you know of that's happening right now?
I would add even more personal connections to the students themselves, as in on a one-on-one mentorship program idea, within a specific student that would go outside of our specific interactions with Morris High School within that time. hopefully to reach outside the students what you are required to do for the boards members.
Karen, did you still?
Oh no, she asked me.
Okay. Two more.
In what ways, do you think your position supports the other positions on board? And not only like how does your position support them, but how will you support everyone else?
Personally, or the position itself?
Both.
Okay, well personally, I would like to be a source of emotional help and support to everybody on board, because I realize that while everybody has their specific responsibilities, I believe it is very important for board to be working together as a cohesive unit and helping each other with each other's specific responsibilities, so I will be very involved with that. In terms of my position, I believe that I am, or this position would reach out, it's the head of the community outreach idea. It's the idea of, it's the aspect of KP that speaks out to the entire community rather than just what is in UCSD. And in terms of that position within the board, I expect it to be the liaison in some sense to that outside community.
In what ways will you improve your relationship with, your work relationship with the youth empowerment coordinator in order to successfully plan and execute actions and even after working with Morris and just supporting the whole board with its
I would like to develop a personal relationship with the youth empowerment coordinator by taking out time beyond what we need to what is required of us to actually develop a personal relationship with them, because I believe that that is the basis for creating good work together. And I would really try to help them with their own work so that they will help me out with mine, and so that we can put together our events.
Okay, that's all the questions that we can ask.